Durability, size, storage, comfort, quick access, customization, and price point. These are all qualities that you're looking for a good camera sling bag. And in today's video, I'll be reviewing the Wandrd Rogue 9-liter versus the Peter McKinnon Nomatic 8-liter bag. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the size of the bags. Just having the bags in front of me here, it's pretty easy to see that the Rogue is quite a bit bigger in all dimensions. For the Rogue being 1 liter bigger, it is actually a lot more massive. But if 9 liters of storage is too much, the Wandrd offers a 6 liter and a 3 liter version as well, whereas the Nomatic comes in the one standard 8 liter size, and that is that. Weights are very similar, with the Rogue weighing in at 1.74 pounds, where the Nomatic weighs 1.6 pounds. For the size, you'd think that the Wandrd would be a lot heavier, but this little guy here is a tank, and we're gonna get over that when we get into the durability. The McKinnon is also sized perfectly to fit in the 35 liter Peter McKinnon backpack, which is my go-to carry-on. It's a fantastic bag that I take with me everywhere I go when I have to fly, because it's the perfect carry-on size and it holds everything that I need. So for size, I gotta give the point to the Nomatic because I think that smaller is a little more convenient for a sling. That's 1 point for the McKinnon, 0 points for the Wandrd. Next up is storage. Now these two bags are designed way differently in terms of how they're set up for storage. The more massive Rogue has one gigantic main storage compartment that makes my day-to-day setup look lonely. Now I'm able to fit my mirrorless A6700 camera body along with a wide, medium, and long-range lens, as well as fitting my Air Mini Pro drone control and a couple of batteries in it. There is a slit in the main compartment where you could stuff some papers, and there's 3 pouches inside of that pocket for spare batteries and memory cards. The cover to the main pouch has another zipper compartment that would be a good place for a phone, wallet, things like that. Keep in mind that anything stored within these extra 2 storage areas actually take away from the storage in the main compartment, but it is a good way to segregate your gear. But where the Rogue really shines is with its extra features. There are 2 separate areas meant for storing a water bottle, a tripod, a jacket, just about anything you can think of to stuff in them. This is probably my favorite part of this bag because I often find myself sticking my water bottle inside the main compartment of my backpack as I use the slings for my tripod. And then I don't drink enough water because it's a hassle to get at. Now the Rogue also has this handy dandy little pouch for storing a 14 to 16 inch laptop or tablet, which is great, except for I never bring my laptop or tablet with me when I'm out shooting for the day. That's something that stays behind in the hotel room, in my car. I don't need to bring it along with me for the shoot. She could probably fit a frozen pizza in there or something. And last but not least, the Rogue has a separate zipper pouch in the front divided into a large area, which is perfect for a phone, a wallet, a passport, things like that. There's also a little small pouch in there equipped with a tether, which is perfect for keys or scorpion pens. There's a nice big juicy one. One thing with the Nomatic is there is no tether for your keys, and I don't know what I'd do with my scorpion pen. It's a pretty easy feature to have, and I guess they try to make up for it by having a little sling in the pocket instead. Fly the flag. Now moving on to the McKinnon storage, noticeably more constricted than the Wandrd. My 3 lens and camera body alone push the McKinnon to its limits. I'll have room for either my camera setup or the Mini 3 and the Fly More package, but never both. And I can drop some camera lenses to make room for the drone, 1 battery, and the remote, but I just can't have it all with this one. What I like about it is there is only 1 zipper to access everything there is to access inside, which is quick and convenient compared to the 5 zippers on the Rogue, which can get a little confusing as to where you put everything. Speaking of zippers, and I should almost be giving the Nomatic an extra point for this alone, the zipper system on the Nomatic is a 2-way system. This allows for a travel lock to be put on it so that filthy thieves can't get their slimy paws in there. The Rogue has about 1 zipper per pouch, rendering it unlockable. Update! I did find a way to lock the zippers on the Rogue. It's just a bit tricky and you need a small cable lock to do so. It allows you to lock the front and main compartments together, but it's not quick, nor is it handy. Now where am I going to put my water bottle on the Peter McKinnon sling? What the McKinnon has is these extended MOLLE hooks on the bottom and in the front, and that's all you're going to get for your water bottle. You have to buy the straps for it separately. It did not come with the bag, which also drives me insane. For the price you pay for this bag, it should have at least 1 set of straps in it. I did pick them up though, and I'm going to be using them to carry my water bottle around so I don't get so thirsty. If you want to take advantage of the MOLLE straps, you got to buy the straps separately, which will run you about $20 per set. For the cost of this sling bag, I really think Nomatic could have thrown in at least 1 set of straps with it. These straps are a must if you want to have a water bottle or a tripod with you, and you got to have that with these bags. You're going out shooting, you got to have these things. Come on, Nomatic, get it together. Now what I really like about this McKinnon sling is that when you open it, you have access to everything, and I mean everything. It is right in front of you. It opens like a shell. You can instantly see everything, and they've got a light brown color in there with the black pouches, so it really gives contrast. You can really see what you're looking for. Very easy to organize. Inside the McKinnon, we have one large zipper pouch for loose treasures, two large pouches for a phone, wallet, and they fit a passport perfectly, two medium pouches for camera batteries, and three tiny pouches for memory cards. The easy access on this Nomatic make it super convenient to organize, and it's really handy to have on an airplane as your personal item aside from your carry-on. Keeping your documents in here and a small camera, show them your passport, another ginger ale, some cheesies, please. But while that is convenient, I'm giving the point for storage to the Wandrd, as it simply blows the Nomatic out of the water for storage capacity. And I love that I can have my water bottle and tripod at quick draw at all times with this bag. Speaking of water, let's get into the durability of these two bags. Both of these bags are marked as water and weather resistant. And in fact, the first bullet point on Wandrd's site for this is tough as nails. And it is pretty tough. Manufactured in the Philippines, the Rogue's exterior is built of extremely durable nylon coated material. And you can certainly feel the quality as soon as you hold the bag. It just feels like it was built to endure punishment and keep your gear safe, kind of like a mother hen. The bag sports weather resistant one-way YKK zippers, which further help to keep your camera gear protected. And the dividers and internal padding are quite thick enough for bouncing around on the boat or trekking through the dense cloud forest. The bag body has great support, ensuring some resistance to crush if you're in a crowded area or have it stored with other bags. However, there seems to be a weak spot in the front of the bag. When you squeeze it, it always buckles right there. That's something you don't get with the McKinnon. I can't, I probably could crush it if I really tried, but it just doesn't want to. It's got a wire frame. There's a wire frame inside of here, and that's the best. That gives it the added weight. That's why these two are kind of similar in weight with the size difference. The 1-inch straps on the Rogue look a little thin for the size of the bag, but they do feel strong. And there is a pile of stitching on them to ensure a long-lasting hold. There's multiple straps hidden all over the bag so that you can comfortably grab and hold it in different positions. Wandrd built this bag for a long life, and it's built for adventure, built for the most extreme jaunts you can find yourself on. Now, the Nomatic McKinnon is a miniature tank, manufactured in Vietnam, built with an 80-20 nylon polyethylene blend and utilizing two-way waterproof zoom zippers. It's designed to withstand the elements and accompanying you on whatever adventure you set out on. The McKinnon has a 1.5-inch wide strap that looks super strong. It looks like the seatbelt in my car. And the straps are connected by these pivot points, which are super strong as well. But one of the flaws in the strap system on this McKinnon is that you cannot remove it, and that is a real bummer, especially when you go to store it in the 35-liter McKinnon bag that it's supposed to fit perfectly into, because now that you have this bulky strap that has to be right beside the bag, it does not fit as perfect as it should. And while the zippers on the Rogue do feel tough, they just don't feel quite the same as the Nomatic. These zippers are bulletproof. Now, it's a close one here with durability, as the weather resistance is very similar on these two bags. But with the built-in wire frame and the two-way indestructible zipper, I have to give this point to the Nomatic. So we're at 2-1 for the Nomatic. If you find you're getting some value out of this video, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow, and you won't miss out on any of my upcoming reviews. Next, we're going to talk about comfort. Now, the Peter McKinnon bag is slightly tapered. This makes for a very comfortable place to rest your arm while you're jaunting the good jaunt. The Sling features a 46-inch by 62.5-inch adjustable padded shoulder strap that pivots so you can carry it how you want to. The back of the bag has an EVA foam form panel that also has this cool looking skull on it. It's also fitted with a handle in the back if you want to carry it that way. And they included a roller luggage pass-through so you can give your shoulder a rest while you're traveling. With a weight of just 1.6 pounds and an ergonomic design, I can easily spend a day trekking with this bag and not feel like there is a monkey on my back. Now, the strap on the Wandrd Rogue is pretty well identical to the strap on the McKinnon in terms of length and adjustments. It is, however, 1/2 inch narrower, and the padding on it is sufficient, but it doesn't quite match up to the soft padding on this McKinnon bag. And they really went out on this padding. But what is awesome about the strap on the Rogue is that the straps do release. On the pivot points, there are buttons to remove the strap, so you can just have a side saddle bag if you want. That is genius. Come on, Nomatic, take a lesson from Wandrd. The Rogue does sport some very generous padding on the back, which feels great against the body, but at the same time, it does make up a lot of this bag's bulkiness, and it could have been slimmed down a little bit in that respect. When I do have the Rogue pack to max capacity, I do feel it at the end of the day, but you're also carrying quite a bit more weight than you would be with this, just because there's more room, you're gonna have more stuff in there. So at the cost of winning the storage part of this review, I'm gonna have to give the point to Nomatic for comfort. That puts us at 3-1 for the Nomatic McKinnon. Next up, we have customization and features. Now, both of these bags come equipped with 2 ultra-strong Velcro dividers that can customize the main storage area however you see fit. Now, while the Nomatic's dividers are no slouches and they sport that neat little skull on them, they don't have quite the padding that the Rogue offers. With the Nomatic, you don't get a whole bunch of hidden gems. What you see is what you get for the most part. My favorite feature with the Nomatic is this built-in quick open option. An elastic clip is built inside the bag, which attaches to the receiver on the back side. This is pretty awesome for when you don't have the time to fumble with the zipper, or when you're photographing wildlife and don't want to make any loud zipper noises, which may scare them away. The bag comes with a stabilizer strap as well, but the thing about the stabilizer strap with this bag is that it is a separate piece that you have to clip on and off every time you use it. It couldn't be tucked away in a nice little secret pocket now, could it? It also has that little pass-through luggage storage thing. Takes a load off your back while you're traveling through airports. Now the McKinnon, you get the bag in black. That's all you get. With the Rogue, it is offered with 7 different pretty cool colors. Also with the Rogue, you do get some pretty cool hidden bells and whistles. First is the drop-down storage. This is held together with Velcro and has a quick release. It gives a ton of extra storage. Convenient for a tripod, jacket, water bottle, or whatever you can stuff into it. This compartment is always jammed right full when I go trekking in the jungle. It's just got everything in there. Rain jacket, my tripod, it all fits. There's a ton of stuff that fits in this pocket. Then there's the great big laptop zipper that folds out. Not too handy for me, but probably handy for some. And lastly, this bag on the back has a hidden stabilizer strap that clips around onto the main strap. So there you go. All I have to do is pull it out and hook it up. You don't have to hook it all together and be afraid of losing it when you're not using it, like the McKinnon. I love the fact that this little guy is built in. This is handy. So I think that's pretty clear that the Rogue takes the cake for customization and storage features. That puts us at 3 points for the Nomatic and 2 points for the Wandrd. Now, before I jump into the last part of it, the price point, I think it's important to note that these 2 bags, while they're both amazing, they are kind of designed for different things. And it's all gonna come down to which bag is better for you. I'm hoping this video gives you a bit of an idea as to what bag you wanna get, so you don't have to get them both. For me, I had to get them both because I needed to have them both. They do have a time and a place, and sometimes I actually take them both with me. Drone cameras. Now, the Wandrd is all about storage and bringing with you the most amount of gear possible while providing a comfortable and long-lasting experience. Nomatic focuses more on the quick access aspect of things. It's a bag that'll withstand all kinds of punishment and be discreet and comfortable for years to come. So last up is price point. Both of these bags are at the high end of the Sling bag price points. And I think you'll be shocked to find that they are exactly the same price, within $1 of each other. They're locked in at 225 Canadian dollars or 159 US dollars. I left a link in the description below if you want to check them out. So I'll be giving a point to each of them for the price point because they both win. So 4-3 is my final verdict. So points wise, the Peter McKinnon Nomatic beats out the Wandrd, but in real life, I end up taking out the Rogue a little more often than I do the Nomatic, simply because of the storage capacity and specifically the tripod and water bottle holding. I get pretty thirsty when I'm trekking up the volcano. I do, however, bring them both along with me on my trips. The McKinnon is always my carry-on with my documents and all that, but once I get settled up and I head out on a big day trip, this is what goes with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, but before you head on down the tube, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm the Jaunting Ape. Thanks for tuning in. The world is yours.